Welcome
May I
back.
read the next question, sir?
Yes, please.
What role does the awareness and the rationality play in bringing out true love?
Anyone would like to respond to this? What role does the awareness and the rationality play in bringing out true love?
So,
Can we propose that true love is the awareness? Yes, Meenu, we wanted to share something. Yes.
Yes, so when we are keenly observing something, we are actually trying to see the whole thing about it, um, without any um assumption involved or any imagination involved, just looking at the fact of whatever is, then that in itself uh, can be termed as true love, sir. And that is what the awareness or observation is.
And
That's
the
how I
rationality,
understand.
yes, I agree with you. And the rationality is intact because there is no physiological sensation.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Uh,
Are we okay?
sir,
Others with this understanding? Vatsala? Yes.
Sir, I am just little. I'm just little. It's not. So, like, if we know that this is an ideal stage where physical sensations will not like there will be very least physical sensations in the body.
Physiological
Sorry,
sensation.
physiological sensations in the body, sir. But right now, like it's my observation, like right now what happens with me is that uh, there are so many instances where I go irrational at that moment of time, and I can see that an internal driven thing, and like I am feeling too much of anger inside me for no particular reason, and it's an internal driven thing, and I am able to identify it. But at that moment of time, like I am not able to question it, like why is it coming, like at that moment of time it just does not come, and only identification happens. But I also like know that this particular body sensation which is happening will like subside in some time, but then when to get into why of it, because sometimes what happens with me is that why also becomes a very draining process, as in to go into that rational. uh, I know it's irrational, but getting into but isn't just identifying it and then just like you also said, like letting be with it, and then just letting it like subside or letting it go. Because sir, I think that so much of conditioning that has happened, and so much of uh, a brain or something like a neural program or brain has been like like programmed that way since very long, since childhood or something, and now that has become a program that we react to it, and we don't like at that instance it becomes very difficult to uh, get into the why of it.
Agreed. Now, the identification is the first step, which you have rightly identified. The needfully identification that you have made. And there is no other way other than the process of why to reverse an irrationality to rationality. You have already identified that the irrationality has occurred in many years,
Yes.
maybe 10 to 15 years, 20 years it took to get you to that state of irrationality.
Yes.
So that reversal of the irrationality to rationality cannot happen overnight. This is the next identification that you have to acknowledge.
Okay.
Because the moment you feel disturbed that why is it not going away? I have understood this, but then also it is not going away.
Yes.
You have to soothe yourself by identifying the duration of generation of the irrationality, and not exactly the similar duration will need, but definitely it will need a substantial duration, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So you need to bring the patience within you of reversing the process. And for reversal, there is no other way other than probing into with why.
Okay.
Right? Other all the practice approach, like the method Vikas brought into observation of the breathing. It's a good method. Observation of the breathing is a good method to soothe yourself in that instance.
Yes.
It's very rational method. But ultimately, in the next episode, the occurrence will be reduced when you start questioning with why.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Right. So that questioning will actually bring the long-term change, and slowly and gradually you will find it's not happening. Yes, Meena.
So I think thinking about the why, can we also think about from where it is coming? Just like, is it something real that is happening now, right now, and something physiological sensation is coming to me, or is it because of some idea? So that is comparatively.
That is what you have explained, the why. You have just explained the process
that is
of why.
the origin analysis that we were talking about.
Fact analysis, origin analysis.
I thought maybe Vatsala, I'm not sure what she's thinking about the why as a very long and process which needs a lot of patience. Because I think if we are clear about if something is an idea or a fact, then I don't think it's
To
a very
bring
long.
that clarity is that initial effort of probing into with why. Vatsala, are you clear about this somewhat?
Yeah, yes, sir. Like Meenu is saying, like that has helped me a lot. Like identifying that is it as a physical entry that is creating a psychological sensation, or is it a idea based?
Imagination, assumption.
Yeah,
Yes.
but sometimes it happens that it is an idea based, and I have like no control over it. Like literally I can recognize it, but it happens so quickly that it will create physiological sensation inside me, and it will be very gross level. Like I will not have any control over it. But like now I can like understood that it's a process of why, and it will take little time. It identification is important, and then going through that process.
Yes. Let's proceed with the next. Who was reading? Meenu, you were reading the next
Yes,
question?
I can read, sir.
Yes.
What role does freedom of choicelessness have on generating neutral or green love? Is in what cases or situations?
Situations does the associative love seems to be necessary? Yeah. So it's actually the answer is within the question itself that I see. The green love is nothing but the choicelessness, that we are not bringing any opinion in the process of perceiving any individual. That is what is the green love. And with the green love, the associative points point of associativeness, point of associations will emerge. And that emergence, why it is happening, there is no general framework. We cannot give any general framework that why that particular structure of the nose I liked, or why that singing is loved by me. That's a complex process that we undergo. If we are fixated with it, then we bring irrationality. Otherwise, this association helps us to form ourselves. Yeah, let's proceed. Any observation, raise your hand and we will just pause and go with the observation. How to get this awareness at that moment? Did we get this awareness? I think the first question and this question are same. Next is mental conditioning. Oh, this is a repeat. This is a repeat. No, yeah. So monkey, apes, Homo sapiens, humans topped the food chain. Yeah, go ahead.
Humans topped the food chain and reached dominance over other species and life forms. What is the purpose of this growth? And then humans became enemies of humans. Are there different facets of love, like love for money, possession, power, etc.? What quality of love can transcend humans to eternal happiness and contentment?
I think this is already discussed, right?
Yes, sir.
In the process of the article. Yeah. So can we proceed
So
with this,
maybe
or
we can discuss this little thing about different facets of love, like love for money, possession, power, because maybe it is also connected with something that I was wishing to discuss about what love is not.
Come again? I actually, Vikas left. Actually, he has some engagement, so I was actually looking at that. Can you repeat the last sentence? What you proposed?
Yeah, I was thinking if we can discuss about what are the different facets of love, like love for money, possession, and power, because it was also connected with some the question which was coming to my mind about
Yes.
what love is not.
Material love. Yes, 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 yes. What love is not. Actually, I was thinking about that aspect, and this confusions I was scribbling.
Yes, sir.
You know, these are not the love. If we identify acceptance as association, that is not love. To answer your question, what is not love? Focusing on associating love without conforming to accepting love. If we start associating love without the green connection, that's not love.
So basically what I understand now is that if all the three loves, if even one of them is not present, it may not be something that is
sustainable love.
Really
Yes,
love.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Ignoring any of the loves in any, so this is the point that you mentioned. Ignoring any of the green, red or violet love. Now considering red love as unlimited. If we happen to consider that the red love is unlimited and it doesn't have any end, that's an assumption. Considering violet love towards any single trait to remain forever, that cannot be possible. The trait has to be a dynamic trait, then only the love can remain. So ignoring dynamism in the associating love. We have discussed this. Considering love as unconditional. So unconditional love cannot be an associating love. Associating love will have conditions. We need to understand.
Because there is some reason there.
Yes.
Why
Speciality. Speciality. Yeah. So there is nothing unconditional about associating love. For an example, a child loves the mother or gets attracted towards mother because of the food. Clear-cut reason.
So the question of love for power, love of money, What do you have to say on that? Like maybe if any of us have any uh, observation on that.
So love for power is irrational violet love. Love for money is irrational red love.
Yeah.
Any
Basically,
observation on that?
basically, you mean to say that it is generation of some body physiological body sensation because of some idea about
Power.
the
Power will lead me to the growth.
power. Yes. Or
Power
money.
normally is confused with the control, and control is the blockage of the freedom. If we have this clarity that if I am controlling somebody else, so always this regulation, if it is internally driven, it is rational. If it is externally driven, it is irrational. Try to understand this. Regulation, if I am trying to regulate someone, if I'm trying to control someone's lives, I'm actually giving away my freedom. It's not that I'm encroaching somebody else's freedom. That's a secondary thing. The primary thing that I am giving away my freedom with the idea, to the idea, actually to who I am giving away this freedom is the idea that controlling someone's life will give me some freedom or give me something about life. Am I making sense on this?
So
Same goes for the money. Money is a facilitator to attain some needs of the life. If we are fixated with just earning money without identification why we need money, and that why again is a great tool here also. That why will clarify a lot of things. If we start asking why at all we need money, then most of the needs will be deleted from life. It's not about sacrifice. It's the freedom. Freedom from the unwanted needs. If we term that sacrifice, go and get it. So this is very important. Next question is, how can I assess the level of my love in others? How can we improve on that? I think we have covered this question. Can anyone respond to this? Vatsala, can you respond to this question, please?
Which one, sir?
The last one. How can I assess the level of my love in others?
How can I assess it?
And how can we improve that? We have covered this. Again, the physiological sensation, identification of the physiological sensation while observing others will help me to assess the level of my love. Whether I am disturbed by perceiving this aspect of love towards some individual. If I am disturbed, means there is an extra physiological sensation.
Yes.
How can we improve that? Again, root analysis, the fact analysis, right? So for a conjugal partner who has left bearing a deep grudge, what is advised? So we need to question that grudge. What was my expectation from that relationship? Was there any irrational aspect in that expectation? Was I being driven with the expectation? These are few questions, self-directed questions, will actually lead to some kind of rational awareness. You know, So in relationships, we are driven by a lot of expectation as opinions. So expectations are pieces of opinions. If we can relieve ourselves from those expectations, because any relationship is the strength of mind, internal strength through the self-directed approach. I am bringing some awareness about some exclusive person. That's a strength in me. What that individual is responding to, that's a secondary aspect. How does one deal with insecurities in the partners? Can anyone help me comprehending this? What the meaning of insecurity here? Insecurity in the mind of the partner, or insecurity in myself, in the mind of the partner?
So it could also be insecurity about the relationship.
Insecurity
What will
in
happen?
whom? In whom? Whether it is in my mind or it is in the partner's mind.
Maybe we can discuss both.
Right. If it is partner's mind, then I cannot take that responsibility because it is not occurring in me. Right? I cannot question that. I don't have any right to question that, because the right to question to any idea generated by me is absolutely in me, within me. I can question my imagination, my ideas. I cannot question others' ideas. Now,
But so
if
we
the
can try to understand why they are thinking that way. Maybe that can give us some insight into ourselves also.
that can bring some awareness about that individual, and that will soothe the grudge for sure. But we cannot question it. And now coming to the question of if the insecurities is within me. Now, security and insecurity both in any relationship are the ideas that we form in our mind. What are we trying to achieve with the sense of security or insecurity out of a relationship? These all are imaginations. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir. So what is the meaning of security? I mean, is it that we want to, like, is it an
Anybody
aspect
else?
of
Anybody else?
time?
Nandini, are you able to hear us?
Yes, sir, I am.
Yes, ma'am. So, any observation from your end? What is security or insecurity?
It just maybe means that, what one is trying to communicate, the other person also gets to know the way it was meant to be, rather than it being misunderstood. Due to their.
Do you identify some ideas here?
Yes, I do, sir. It may be irrational because the response which was expected doesn't come then from the other person. So
So
it
there's a
can be
loop of
irrational.
ideas that is driving the complete story here. Are you able to identify that? The insecurity, on the name of
Yes, sir.
insecurity.
It's
Yes. Yes, go ahead, Vatsala. Vatsala,
this will happen.
yeah, we lost you in between. Can you repeat your proposal?
Sir, it's like in the present moment, if I am insecure, that means I am in future. I'm projecting my past into future, and it's an idea only, because that may not be happening right now, but my insecurity will suggest that,
Beautiful.
like, if I'm feeling insecure at it.
So may I add one thing here?
Yes, Mimi.
So it also conveys some specific dependency. So
Specific dependency of a relationship.
yes.
Yes, absolutely.
So if we think that we cannot live without this,
Yes.
If we think that what will
That's
happen
another
to me
idea
if
that
it
we
is
suffer
not
from.
there.
That's another
Yeah.
idea, like without mango, I cannot survive.
Yes.
So it is a blocker of the freedom. When one genuinely praises the partner, but he gets on a download spiral and depression, saying that, oh, I'm no good, I should have done this better, etc. How does one understand this? Uh, Genuinely praising means, is it the verbal praising or the non-verbal praising? That's what we need to understand. Now the partner, how he or she perceives this praising depends upon you. So now if I am praising somebody, I need to confirm the clarity of the praising. If I want to praise to actually just to boost that individual, or is it emerging because of the experience, because of the experience of that specific talent, or the whatever I am praising? If I am clear on that, I'm done. If I am praising to boost that individual, that means I am faking, right? Yeah, I think, yeah, we are done with the questions. So any other observation or any other point that Minu had to leave? She messaged us in the group. Yeah. So we are in the last phase of the session. I got a lot of takeaways in this discussion that I'll bring some changes in the article, or to bring little more clarity. Any observation? Any of you want to share? Sir, yourself, Professor Mustafa.
Yes, thank you. So it was actually, I followed all these discussions, a high level thought, and the difference between these three loves, three colors, were kind of, in most of the cases, I found that these are kind of overlap, but to understand distinctly is still very difficult. So we need to put more thought on that. But it is a very interesting thing, because whenever we look at our relationships, after this session, I can understand that there we will be able to find the gaps, so, and how to improve these things. So, I got these takeaways from this session for myself. Anything, human being or anything, we must consider these three components. Otherwise, some deficiency may happen. So this is for now, because I have to think a little bit more on these three terms to understand better, because still I am a little bit confusion about the demarcation of, yeah, there is some relationship, that's true, it's a little bit difficult, but demarcation should be more clear from my side. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sorry, I was mute. So we welcome any observation that you may like to share. You are a part of the alumni groups, and we all are, in fact, in this particular session, whoever are attending. So please bring those observations anytime. Right, guys? Nandini, Vatsala, Soparna, do you have any points? Otherwise, we'll call it a day.
Sir, I just
Yes.
want to. Sir, I just it's just a curious thing that, sir, like all these things also. Sir, like all the sessions, I am only able to take like 1 or 2 points that really stays with me. A lot of things that we discuss, or a lot of things that a lot of concepts that do not stay in our mind. And also, sir, I'm able to like work with one or two things. So that is also good for me. But I can see that also, like the last time when you discussed all these things, and now you discussed, like last time I attended 6 months back uh, the workshop, and now I attended this on love, sir. Also, it depends uh, on our awareness. How much can we take from it? Like you said that it has to be like self-directed. It's self-directed. So again, sir, it all these things should also come from within, right? Like it
Absolutely.
just uh, so this will affect somewhere. This is will give us tools, but sir, ultimately, I it uh, it should also like come from within, because then it will be self-directed.
Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. Thanks for putting this across. So whatever the pace may be, it has to be self-directed. It has to be achieved by the individual. So you need not to worry about the pace, that we are achieving the rationality at
Yes,
what
sir.
pace.
Hmm.
If I am in the direction towards the rationality, that's enough for now.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Nandini, you unmuted, then again you muted. Want to share
No,
something?
so I was saying, I think I've moved one step forward in the journey.
Yes, all of us do that. So Parna, are you there? Want to share something? We'll call it a day.
No, no comments. It was a beautiful session.
Thank you. Thank you. So all of you will see you soon again in another side of the sessions. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
very much. Thank you.